Hello, welcome to Modern Western Civilizations, History 118 at Illinois Central College. I'm Jonathan Parker. I'm your instructor for the next 16 weeks. I'm making this video. This is the syllabus talk because I've been at this long enough to know that there are going to be 2 or 3 students who register late for the course and a couple who are absent on the first day, and instead of giving the talk 5 or 6 times, I can just point them to, hey, watch the video on Canvas. So we're going to go through this. Hopefully it'll be fairly painless, and this way I only have to give this particular lecture that's so much fun, twice. So syllabus here is under course syllabus, and here we are, Spring 2024, Modern Western Civilizations, Tuesday, Thursday, 10:30 to 11:45, and I am Jonathan Parker. Here is my email. First things first that I want to point out, I get a lot of complaints because people think I don't answer emails, and it isn't true. I get emails typed to that guy. I get emails typed to this person. I get emails typed to that guy too. It's just all sorts of very weird spellings of my name. And I don't entirely understand it because it's right there and it's right on your should be on your e-services site too. So, you know, I do respond to emails if they're sent to the correct address. Jonathan.Parker@icc.edu. If you're not sure, look at your syllabus. So my office is in room 216C, and I share that. Some semesters I share it, others I don't. I don't know what it'll be this time around. But other faculty members may be in there. And if you need help, please stop by. That's what I'm there for. Monday and Wednesday from 11:45 to 1:30, and Tuesday for a half hour after our class, and other office hours by appointment only. I'm very willing, and I'll bend over backwards, in fact, to help you guys succeed in this class. You just have to put in the effort to let me know that you're having trouble and, you know, express a desire to be helped. So if we can work out something that fits both our schedules, that we can talk for a little bit over Zoom and I can answer whatever questions you have about the class, let's do it. Let's set it up. I am perfectly okay. In fact, I actively encourage taking advantage of this offer because, you know, if you need help in the class, you probably need this class to graduate. Just, you know, put in the effort for 16 weeks to get a decent grade and get on with your life. I'm available by email. Otherwise, I'll get back to you within 1 business day of your inquiry. So that means an email sent on Monday will be answered by Tuesday at the latest. An email sent on Friday, on the other hand, will be answered by the following Monday at the latest. And that is because Saturday and Sunday are not business days. So, this course presents an introduction to the history of Europe and its relationships with the world since the Renaissance. Major topics include development of science and technology, capitalism and industry, liberalism, imperialism, nationalism, socialism, totalitarianism, all the isms, and international relations, which is a course that I teach. If you're still looking for a class for the spring, sign up. General methods of instruction for this course include reading assignments, writing assignments, lecture discussion, and oral presentations by students. So, there's some information. The text is right here. Here's the ISBN. Look on Amazon, look on eBay, look at any third-party site. I know the bookstore can be a little pricey. You will absolutely 100% need the textbook. That is without doubt. I state that without any equivocation. You will need the textbook. Get your hands on a textbook. Okay? If the bookstore isn't within your price range, I'm sure there's a site somewhere online that sells it much cheaper. If that doesn't work, come talk to me and I'll help you. We'll get it figured out, but you need a book. Okay. Email. If you need to get a hold of me outside of class or office hours, please utilize the email address listed at the top of page 1 of the syllabus. JONATHAN. And I make such a big deal out of this because it is a persistent problem. I will try to respond to emails within 24 hours. I will not answer any emails sent on Saturday or Sunday until the following Monday. Plan accordingly. And this is a new addition. Just as a side note, emails you send to me should be addressed to Mr. Parker. Over the last few semesters, students have tried to get really chummy with me. I've got a lot of emails starting with Jonathan, and even one that started with, "Hey, pal." Another one, "I don't understand this," was addressed to Dear Jonathan Parker at icc.edu. I don't know. Use of my first name is disrespectful. Do not refer to me by my first name. I don't even insist on the mystery. You can just say, "Hey, Parker," but you're not using my first name, okay? You should know how to spell it in case you want to send me an email, but you're never going to be referring to me by my first name. Assignment submissions, unless otherwise specified, and there will be a few to some instances where this will be specified over the semester, but usually I will not accept any electronic forms of submission for classwork. Everything you hand in must be a hard copy that you print out and bring to class. If you're sick, email me to let me know that you are ill when you are able to do so. I've been sick myself. I know you're not always able to do so when you're sick, but just in a reasonable amount of time, let me know. And bring a hard copy of your work to the next class you attend. There should never be an instance where you are emailing me an assignment. Listen, let me stress this and make this point very clearly. If you email me an assignment, it's probably going to get lost. For some reason, I do not have good luck when students email me assignments. Please do not email me assignments if you value your grade. All right. End of lecture. I've gotten emails in the past stating something to the effect of, "I can't come to class because I need to study for a test I have later. I'll turn in my work next class." This was an actual email I got. Take it from me, you will not be turning anything in you missed if I receive an email from you like that. It's, again, just disrespectful. All classes are created equal, right? My time is just as important as the time you have in your film class, your biology class, your whatever class you're taking. Whenever you turn in a written assignment, you are required to cite your source. If you use a direct quote from a book, article, website, etc., you paraphrase a chunk of text from the book, article, website, etc., you present a theory, argument, opinion that does not belong to you, it is okay. In fact, it is appreciated to acknowledge other people's ideas, theories, or arguments. It takes time for all of us to develop our own original ideas. Now, I just went through, this is my first history class I'll ever be teaching, so I just went through a certificate program to get accredited for this, and when I started, taking these classes, was I having original ideas? No. By the end, more so, but it takes time. It takes time. So if you, I need to say, Parker says in his slides that Henry VIII was King of England. I have some idea more complicated than that, but do it. Just give credit to the person who had the idea, and you won't, there will be no trouble. So the bibliography of bibliography always needs to be attached when it's needed, when it's necessary. You are required to provide a list of sources that you have utilized for the assignment. We will use the latest MLA format for bibliographies and inline citations for this class. What I'm thinking right now, as I'm going through, I think probably more than a few assignments are going to come out of your book. So I would just figure out how to put the book in MLA 9 citation and just have that ready just to copy and paste from another document. So I give you this site, easybib.com. You have to view an ad to get a citation for free, but it still works. You click on Create Citations, and you follow the steps on the next page. This is by no means the only way you can get a free citation. There are hundreds, probably thousands of free citation creators on the internet. This is just the one I used when I was your age. Inline citations are also expected in any writing assignments that you turn in where you have used outside sources. I hope you know what an inline citation is. It would be like, okay, pretend this is in quotes. Quote, click on the Create Citations button on the first page of the website and follow the steps on the next page. Close quote. Pretend this is a book. Okay, citation, or parentheses, Parker, comma, 1, close parentheses. That would be an inline citation. So your general guideline, if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, please just create a citation for it. Don't take chances with your grades. Please don't take chances with your grade. I didn't get into teaching to fail students, but inevitably a handful of you make it happen every semester. Just be aware, be on the lookout. I've never taken off points for excess citations. I just circle it so you didn't need to cite that, and you learn the lesson for next time. Okay, I've had disagreements throughout my career in academia with colleagues and students and professors and everybody in between. I still stand by this. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Do not cite Wikipedia in any work that you do this semester. It will negatively impact your grade. The reason I say Wikipedia is not an academic resource is because anybody can get on there and make any article say anything. All right, and I know very well that, okay, maybe the expert on astrophysics gets on the astrophysics article and type something brilliant, but there's no way to verify that. So Wikipedia is off limits. Please visit page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. There are multiple forms of academic misconduct listed there. To sum it up, if you choose to engage in academic misconduct or plagiarize, the handbook gives me considerable latitude. Based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. Just don't do it. Just do your own work. Be honest. You're going to be fine. All right? Now, other types of plagiarism include copying or obtaining information from another student, contracting for original work with a third party, so having someone write your essay and paying for it online, and generating or revising assignments with the aid of artificial intelligence that were not expressly authorized by the instructor. These are all forms of plagiarism, cheating, just plain academic misconduct. And just to spell it out plainly, the use of AI is strictly prohibited under all circumstances in this course. I am never, ever, ever going to okay the use of artificial intelligence. So just to get that out of the way, I'm not doing it. Academic misconduct and plagiarism have been an issue every semester I have taught here. The first time I catch you plagiarizing, and this includes the use of AI, I will give you a 0 for whatever assignment you have plagiarized without the opportunity to redo it. That's it. And I've taken this step way too many times. This includes the major writing assignments, all right, which this course is a lot of writing. The second time I catch you plagiarizing, I'll fail you for the course. I've never had to get that far. The lesson's usually been learned when somebody loses 100 points on an assignment or 10 or whatever it was. But this is there. I will fail you for the course. Strike 2, you're out. No exceptions to this will be made. Okay, so as a rule, I don't accept late work. However, circumstances sometimes do occur that might prevent you from turning something in on time. If a circumstance like an illness or death in the family does occur, please make sure you talk to me and make sure that you have proof of what you said happened did happen. I like to take students' word for it. Sometimes I can, many times I can, but I've been lied to quite a bit. You see a lot as a teacher in a really short amount of time. So make sure you have some proof. If you come to me with an excuse like I went to a Taylor Swift concert last night, somebody once told me they went to a Chris Brown concert, and that should be an excuse to be able to turn in late work. I said, no. Or I had other homework to do. I've had that too. You will not be turning anything in. All right, we have the standard 10-point grading scale, and here's what you all really care about, the overview of assignments and grading. This class is weighted. This is the first semester I'm using weighted grading. So we'll see how this goes. You have an oral presentation, which is worth 10% of your grade, research paper, which is worth 20%. The first exam is 10% of your grade. The second exam is 15%. The idea being you should know how I put together a test by that point, so we can kick it up. The final exam is 20% of your grade. I give you 5%, half a letter grade, for just showing up. And we'll talk about that in a second. And the category I just call miscellaneous. This is classwork, homework, pop quizzes, anything like that. That would be 20%. So the attendance policy. Students are expected to attend class each week. Please come to class. Really. Attendance is defined as completing classwork, doing homework assignments, as well as attending lectures. 5% of your grade in this course is allocated to attendance to encourage you showing up. And you may say, that's not a big deal. And then it's May, and you have an 85% in my class, and you've skipped half the semester, and you're only going to get bumped up to an 87.5. It can help you. It can definitely hurt you. There's going to be a binder in front of the classroom with an attendance sheet. Everybody's name will be listed. It's your responsibility to sign in at the beginning of each class. This is also for reporting purposes when the college asks me to mark who the never attenders and non-attenders are. If you do not sign in for a class, you are not present. I have many students. There is no way on earth I'm going to remember that you, whoever you is that's watching this video right now, were in class on any given day. It's just not going to happen. So when it comes time for me to determine attendance, I will look at the binder to see when the last time you came to class was, and Canvas to see what assignments you've turned in. And if both boxes are checked, you're coming to class, you're turning in assignments, great. You stay in the class. You cannot both miss lectures and not turn in homework and expect to stay in and succeed in this course. Especially a course like this. Again, the history classes are a little more writing than what you might have gotten out of me in my political science classes. So the college handbook states that 5% of classes missed during a semester constitute an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. 5% constitutes approximately 1 week. This will be the guideline I use when determining non- and never attenders. I have had to drop students for excessive absences. I don't like it. You don't get into education to kick students out of class, to fail students, to tell students, no, they can't graduate. So just come to class and don't make me do those things. Follow the rules and you'll succeed. So exams, they are cumulative, potentially including any topic throughout the course up to that point. Questions may include true, false, multiple choice matching, map locations, fill in the blank, short essays, longer essays. If you have to miss an exam, again, because they're a little more writing than you're probably used to if you're were a political science student of mine. Let me know as soon as possible, preferably before the exam. Right? That's happened too, where after the exam, I couldn't make it, what should I do? Otherwise, you must contact me immediately afterward by, I don't know why phone is in there, but email within 24 hours. If you fail to do so, you will not be eligible for a makeup exam. It is definitely not acceptable to wait until the next class meeting to say, hey, dude, I need to make up the exam, because that's when we'll probably be reviewing the results. So, be courteous to your classmates and to myself. Writing standards scores will depend primarily on the accuracy of information, organization, and intellectual quality of your analysis. But style is also important. If there is some paper, essay, short answer thing where I'm getting distracted by the lack of periods, capital letters, commas, and I don't know what you're saying, you certainly are not going to get full points. There should be an effort made towards proper grammar and punctuation, as well as accuracy of information, organization, and intellectual quality of your analysis. All right. Your tone also should not be overfamiliar. You shouldn't say, hey, Professor Parker, this is what I think about the Protestant Reformation. That dude Luther, man, he was nuts. That's not appropriate either. And that's probably not going to get you full credit. All right, here's what we're working on. The early modern era, 19th century, 20th century, up to the present day. I'll let you look through that and make your own determinations about what you might be looking forward to or not. And we have planned assignments. So these are linked assignments. They involve several key steps and require your careful and timely attention throughout the semester. The first step is to select a topic from the list of options provided. And I have the list of options provided that's being printed in the printing center. The printing center. If you didn't get it or don't have it, come see me. I'll get you a copy. Due by the end of week 2, which is Friday, January 25th. If I don't have something from you by the end of week 2, I'm just going to assign you a topic. The next step is to conduct research, starting with a bibliography, and that's due by the end of week 5. Sources must include the following: at least 5 sources total, including at least 1 in each of the following. 1 book published within the last 30 years. That isn't hard. At least 1 article from a periodical, that's a magazine or a journal. At least 1 primary source, and I'm willing to be flexible with this because some of the topics, you may choose. I give you the option on there to sell me on a topic that you would want to do an essay about. A primary source might be hard to find, especially at Illinois Central in the middle of the cornfields with no money for traveling or a budget, so I am willing to work with you on this, but if you can find a primary source, I want it. The bibliography must be typed and printed with complete information in customary academic format as required for each type of source. And I'll provide a sample of how I want this to look. Late or inadequate submissions will reduce your score for the final draft by 1% per day. And this is what we're going to shoot for. We're going to do presentations beginning about March 25th, roundabouts, just depending on how things are going. Following our criteria for the oral presentation, it's the same topic as the research paper. It should be helping you build toward the research paper. Accuracy and relevance of factual information, logical organization, analysis, and interpretation, slideshow or other appropriate visual aid, appropriate use of notes, and effective appropriate speaking style, 10 to 15 minutes, plus additional time for question and answer and discussion. So, why so much work there, Parker? If you recall, the presentation is 10% of your grade. And it's going into the research paper, which is 20% of your grade. So I feel comfortable making this a little more hefty because it's going into quite a percentage of your grade. So you must submit a first draft of your research paper. Hopefully it will be very easy to write it after you do all these things, the select the topic, the bibliography, start writing, put together the presentation. Hopefully a paper would be fairly easy to get out of that. But that's due within 1 week after your oral presentation. And the following are the basic criteria. Formal writing style with correct spelling and grammar. Again, I'm willing to overlook the occasional misspelled word, but if every other word is misspelled and there are no commas and every word has a comma after it, and you know, if it's distracting me, you're gonna lose some points. Logical organization of paragraphs, appropriate balance of factual information, analysis, interpretation, 5 to 10 pages typed, lines double-spaced, 1-inch margins, customary academic manuscript format, a sample will be provided, and you are going to submit the document online via Canvas. You will also turn in a copy to me. So then I'll provide comments and suggestions within 1 to 2 weeks in order to help you produce a final draft. No late first drafts will be accepted. If you miss the date, which is 1 week after your presentation, you just miss it. You're going right into your final draft without any feedback from me. So, and I kind of make sure that you do get a rough draft in. If I will provide comments and suggestions for revision of first drafts within 1 or 2 weeks in order to help you produce a better final draft. No late first drafts will be accepted. If you fail to submit a first draft within 1 week after giving your oral presentation, your score for the final draft will be reduced by 10%. The deadline to submit your final revised draft is the last regular class meeting, which is Monday, May 6th. Late submissions will incur a penalty of 5% per day until the final exam, after which no further submissions will be accepted because the semester has ended and final grades are due. All right, so just get the work in. You are learning about this now in January. You can get this done by May. I know it. I'll let you can read the general learning objectives and methods of assessment on your own. Takeaway here, keep an open line of communication with me and you will be just fine. You'll learn something from this class. You might even enjoy yourself. Stranger things have happened in a college class than a student learning something and enjoying his or herself. Okay, so any work that you turn in will always be due on the Thursday class is held. If there is no class on a given Thursday, well, you've got lucky. You have until the next Thursday to turn the assignment in. So I would follow the assigned readings pretty carefully. I have in here that exam 1 is going to be February 22nd, exam 2 March 28th, which, you know, March 25th to March 29th, that we might push presentations a week. Work it's all TBA because I don't know how fast or slow we're going to move. All right. Then last day of class is Thursday, May 2nd. Your finals May 7th at 10:30 in our classroom. And I think there's a problem here. The deadline, yeah, it's not May 6th, it's May 2nd. But we can figure that out, and that's certainly not the end of the world. Just so you know that the draft is due at the last regular class meeting, which will be May 2nd. Yeah. So, again, keep on with the assigned readings, because anything in the book is fair game for the exams. All right, I do give some homework assignments. Those are due when it says here too. Other than that, I think we're okay. Just showing you around here. Here's the Canvas site. History 118, 2193. Modules is where most of your things, if not all, will be. I've been working, as you can see, we're ready to go on the Protestant Reformation and the Age of Absolutism when we get started. And that's that. So again, there will be a syllabus quiz, and that is a piece of paper. So if you're watching this after the semester has started, you need to come see me for a syllabus quiz. You need to come see me also if you haven't gotten a list of topics that I've approved. And that's it. So I'm looking forward to a wonderful semester with you guys, and I will see you soon.